The autograph was supposed to take 30 seconds. Pop star Maya Chen had just finished performing her chart-topping hit, Dreams Don't Die, when Ellen brought over a shy 14-year-old girl from the audience for a meet and greet. Maya was used to nervous fans, but when she looked into Lily Rodriguez's eyes, something made her pause. The teenager wasn't starstruck or excited. She was terrified. And when Lily whispered 6 words that only Maya could hear, everything changed. In that moment, Maya realized that some dreams come with a price too heavy for anyone to carry alone. The Warner Brothers studio was electric, with the kind of energy that only came when genuine talent met genuine heart. Maya Chen, the 23-year-old singer whose meteoric rise had captured the world's attention, had just delivered a performance that left 300 audience members on their feet. Her song, Dreams Don't Die, had become an anthem for young people everywhere, a reminder that persistence could overcome any obstacle. Ellen was glowing as she walked over to Maya after the performance. "That was incredible. Maya, you have such a gift for connecting with young people. Your music gives them hope." Maya smiled, still catching her breath from the emotional performance. "That's all I ever wanted to do. If my music can help even one person keep going when things get tough, then everything I've been through was worth it." "Speaking of connecting with your fans," Ellen said with that mischievous glint in her eyes, "there's someone in our audience who's been dreaming of meeting you. Lily Rodriguez, where are you?" The cameras found Lily in the 4th row, and immediately Ellen knew something was different about this fan interaction. Lily wasn't jumping up and down or screaming with excitement. She was sitting perfectly still, her hands clasped tightly in her lap, her dark eyes wide with something that looked more like fear than joy. "Come on up here, Lily," Ellen encouraged, but Lily shook her head almost imperceptibly. Ellen's maternal instincts kicked in. She walked down into the audience herself, approaching Lily with gentle concern. "Hey, sweetie, don't be nervous. Maya would love to meet you." "I can't," Lily whispered, so quietly that only Ellen's microphone picked it up. "I shouldn't be here." Ellen sat down beside her. "Of course you should be here. You're a Maya Chen fan, right?" Lily nodded, tears beginning to form in her eyes. "She saved my life, her music. It's the only reason I'm still here." The weight of those words hit Ellen like a physical force. She looked up at Maya, who had heard enough to understand that this wasn't going to be a typical meet and greet. "Lily," Ellen said gently, "Maya came all the way here today. She'd really like to meet you. Would you be willing to come up on stage?" After what felt like an eternity, Lily nodded. Ellen helped her to her feet and guided her toward the stage, where Maya was waiting with patient kindness. "Hi, Lily," Maya said softly, approaching with none of her usual pop star energy. Something in Lily's demeanor had shifted Maya into a completely different mode. "I'm so glad you're here." Lily looked up at Maya, and for a moment, neither of them spoke. Then, in a voice so quiet that the audience couldn't hear, but the microphones barely caught, Lily said, "I was going to kill myself." Maya's breath caught audibly. Ellen, standing close by, felt the studio around them fade into background noise. "When?" Maya whispered back. "Tomorrow night," Lily replied. "I had it all planned. But then my sister bought me these tickets, and she said maybe your music could help me find a reason to stay." Maya closed her eyes for a moment, and when she opened them, tears were flowing freely. Without hesitation, she reached for Lily's hands. "Can I hug you?" Maya asked. Lily nodded, and Maya wrapped her arms around this stranger who felt like family, holding her with the kind of fierce protectiveness usually reserved for siblings or children. Ellen made a decision in that moment that defied every television protocol she'd ever learned. "Stop the cameras," she called out clearly. "Everyone stop!" the studio fell silent. The audience, sensing they were witnessing something sacred, remained perfectly still. "Lily," Maya said, still holding her, "tell me what's been happening." "Everything hurts," Lily whispered. "My parents divorced last year. My dad moved across the country. My mom works 3 jobs and is never home. Kids at school call me names because I'm different, because I don't fit in. I feel invisible most days, but when I do get noticed, I wish I was invisible again." Maya pulled back slightly to look Lily in the eyes. "How long have you felt this way?" 2 years, ever since my dad left. I used to sing, used to love music, but then everything got too hard. The only time I feel peace is when I listen to your songs, especially Dreams Don't Die, because it reminds me that somebody else understands what it feels like when everything falls apart." Ellen approached them both, her own eyes bright with tears. "Lily, have you talked to anyone about these feelings?" Lily shook her head. "Who would I tell? My mom has enough problems. My sister is only 16. I don't want to be a burden to anyone else." That's when Maya made a choice that would change both of their lives forever. "Lily, I need to tell you something. When I was your age, I felt exactly the same way." Lily's eyes widened with surprise. "I was bullied constantly for being different, for wanting to sing when other kids thought music was weird. My parents fought all the time about money, about my dreams, about everything. There were nights when I lay in bed planning how I could just disappear. Make the pain stop." Ellen sat down beside them, creating a circle of protection around Lily's story. "What changed?" Lily asked. "I wrote a song," Maya said. "A terrible, awful song that nobody would ever want to hear. But in writing it, I got all the pain out of my head and onto paper. And then I wrote another song, and another. And slowly, the music became bigger than the pain." Maya stood up and addressed Ellen directly. "Ellen, I know this isn't how these segments usually go, but I need to do something." Ellen nodded without hesitation. "Whatever you need." Maya walked over to the piano that sat on the side of the stage, gesturing for Lily to follow her. "Lily, I want to teach you something. I want to show you how to take the hurt and turn it into something beautiful." For the next hour, the cameras remained off, while Maya taught Lily to play the opening chords of Dreams Don't Die. But more importantly, she taught her how to write her own lyrics, how to pour her pain into verses that could hold all the emotions she'd been carrying alone. Ellen watched from nearby, occasionally wiping away tears as she witnessed art therapy happening in real time. When they finished, Lily had written her first song. It was simple, raw, honest, a few verses about feeling lost and one chorus about maybe, possibly, finding a reason to hope. "Lily," Ellen said, approaching the piano, "how do you feel right now?" "Different," Lily said, and for the first time since arriving at the studio, she smiled. "Like maybe tomorrow doesn't have to be the end of my story." Ellen turned to Maya. "What you just did, that's not entertainment. That's saving a life." Maya shook her head. Lily saved her own life. She just needed someone to remind her that her story matters. Ellen made one final gesture that would seal this moment forever. "Lily, I want you to know that you have support. The Ellen Show is going to make sure you're connected with counselors who understand what you're going through. And Maya, if I know you at all, this isn't where your relationship with Lily ends." Maya smiled through her tears. "Lily, would you like to write songs with me? Real songs? For my next album? Because I think the world needs to hear your voice." The episode that eventually aired was unlike anything Ellen had ever produced. It was honest about teen suicide, mental health, and the power of creative expression as healing. It sparked conversations in homes across America and led to increased funding for school music programs and teen mental health resources. 6 months later, Lily Rodriguez performed the song she and Maya had written together at Maya's sold-out concert in Los Angeles. She sang to 20,000 people about finding hope in the darkest moments. And there wasn't a dry eye in the arena. Maya never forgot the lesson Lily taught her that day, that fame meant nothing if it wasn't used to lift others up. She established the Dreams Don't Die Foundation, providing music therapy and mental health resources to teenagers struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts. And Ellen learned that sometimes the most important television happens when the cameras stop rolling and human beings simply choose to show up for each other. One conversation, one song, one moment of hope at a time.